Welcome back to another session of Microsoft Fabric tutorial. So once we write a fabric.microsoft.com, so it will open uh, web services, Microsoft web service in PowerPoint. So we have a different option, Power BI Data Factory, as we see in my, as you see in my earlier video. So let's create some other demo of how we can utilize it. So let's say we want to create a Synapses data warehouse. So in Synapses data warehouse, we need to create a workspace which we already created, test fabric workspace, as we used in a previous video. So let me go through just quickly overview that how we can enable Microsoft Fabric. First, we need to activate our trial period of Microsoft Fabric. It will allow you a 60 days trial. Second thing is, once you create any workspace, then this symbol will be appear like a fabric content. How you can enable it, because for example, this is my R&D work space, so here you don't see a diamond sign, but in test fabric workspace you can see a diamond sign here. 1 minute is loading. Okay, so how you can enable it? You need to enable it. If not enable, workspace setting and premium, and you need to go trial. Okay, right? So this is the method how you can enable a workspace. So once you have enabled your uh, trial period of fabric and create a test any fabric workspace which is supporting fabric features, so you are ready to go. So what we need to do first, we need to create a data warehouse. So data warehouse is a centralized repository of your of your workspace. So first go to data warehouse. Okay, let me use warehouse preview. First I will give a name, for example test warehouse. Let's say test warehouse. Okay, so this is pretty simple step. So it is going to create. It will take a while time, maybe 2 minutes, 1 minute, depending on the system and internet speed. So let's wait for it. So it's created a blank warehouse in which nothing is, no table is created yet. So it's a blank data like a warehouse. So we need to create a data table here. Let's say go to new SQL query. I would like to paste a script, create a script. For example, test warehouse is my data warehouse name, then DBO is my schema name, and then diabetics is a table name. So I'm going to create a very simple table. Okay, like run it. So let's wait, it's creating. So let's go to there, refresh it. Oops. Okay, no problem. 1 minute, it's loading. Okay, so here you go. You can see table is created, diabetics, and the query we run is go under here, so we can reuse the query one. So the good practice is we can rename the query like create table, so it will save the query in a future reference. So now we are done with data warehouse. We have created our table, and we need to make a data factory using data factory, Azure data factory, or we can use a data factory to push the data or copy the data. So how we can do this? Okay, we need to go data factory, and let's say data pipeline. Let's say data pipeline, if it's working or not. Okay, it's not working, so we need to go. So let's say test pipeline. Okay, it is taking a bit time. So data factory pipeline is actually created. It will provide an interface here. So we can import from Excel, we can import from SQL Server, text, and import from dataflow, but I will use from get data from another source, or we can use like we have a different sources here. Let's say we have Excel like this. If we cancel it, import from query, power query template, we have other channel pq at pqt file, so we have a different option here. Okay, another way I would like to use or introduce you, like we have a Microsoft Fabric site. Okay, let's close this and just wait it go there. Navigation, why it's saying me. Okay, please go the data flow before data flow. Where is data flow? Okay, this is closed here. Okay, actually this gives me a okay, so we need to create a test pipeline here. This is another option we just created, so it's not, it should be a blank right now, but this is another way if we want to modify, edit, or add something. So it's taking a time, please wait. So here you go. So we need to create add pipeline activity. We have a different activities, like in we can copy, we can data flow, notebook, get metadata, lookup. So we have a different options here. Okay, so we can conditions like this is data factory, as in a Fabric data factory, you can say this is similar to Azure data factory. And now right now we are using copy data. Okay, so in copy data we have a sample data source. So I am using this diabetics because I already created a table diabetics in my data warehouse. So let's use it. Okay, and then it's loading a data preview. It will take time, but let's see, let's keep it doing. Okay, so we know that age, sex, BMI, BP, S1, S2. So this is a data preview, and now we need to choose a destination, and our destination is from workspace. So we go to workspace, and then we have selected data warehouse, then we have a test data warehouse, then click next. We have two options here, load data into new table or load data into existing tables. Let's say we have existing table, so its table name is TBO diabetics, right? So it's column mapping, loading column mapping. So this is we have a S1 up to S1 column, so it's mapped into S1 column. Click next. Okay, then click next, then save and run. So it creating a copy, saving and creating a copy. We can rename it as per our need. So yeah, saving complete. So let's go and review this. So like in Azure data factory, we have general tab, then we have source, and in source we have sample data. We can preview it here if we want. We have destination, right? We have this, and then we are mapping, right? So it's a pretty similar option like this. So if we go back to our, let me duplicate here, duplicate this tab. Okay, and just wait it for a minute, it's loading, and then go over test workspace. Okay, then we have a data warehouse. So what we created a test warehouse. we have a data set, and we also create a test pipeline. So we work on these three things. So let's go in a data warehouse. In data warehouse we have a diabetic table, but it will not showing any records. Okay, so it's showing a records. Sorry, I'm sorry, it's showing a records because we created a job here, so it's gone. So let's say we want to create a new query, okay, and delete from what is a table name, diabetics. Let's run this query. Okay, and then if we go here, then there is no records because all the records have been deleted now. So if I go back and run this job again, so running successfully, it will go show your status here in a while. So it's queued, then it will be in process or in progress. Let's wait for a minute, or you can refresh this as well. Oh, I'm sorry, but there is another way to refresh. Let me show you once it's loaded. So here you go, you can see it succeeded. So this is another way where you want to refresh it. Okay, so it will not reload the whole page. Okay, and if I go here and then try to refresh here, okay, or we can write a query as well. For example, this is a delete query. Let me modify it like, oops, let me modify it. Control KC is committed, and we can write select start from diabetes. So if we run this query, result, yeah, we have a data, but why it's not showing here? Let me go there, results. Okay, so here is a sample results of the data. Okay, so this is so in this example what we have covered so far, that we create a data warehouse, then create a data set. In a data set we have a table, okay, which we create a diabetics table. Then we write a test pipeline using datafactory, where we fetch the data from a sample data source and push the data or copy the data into our data warehouse. So this is a complete demonstration, and on the top of the you know data set we can just create a report. For example, I'm using auto create a report, which is just one click option, so it will create a report for you by default. So it's create a report for you, and you can save it like here, and the name you provide, for example, test warehouse report. Okay, and if we go here, save, report is saved. It's take a time actually, that's why I usually get bothered sometimes. Because I don't want to make video bit longer, so that's why I click bit earlier. So okay, so if we go test fabric again, okay, and now here you can see, okay, test workflow, test WS, test warehouse data set, we have report, and we have test pipeline. So I think it's a very good feature that we have all the things in a single window we can cover using Azure, Microsoft Fabric. So Microsoft Fabric, Power BI is very good, tool for data analytics. Data Factory is for very good tool for ETL. And again we have a snaps data warehouse which we use, and definitely we will in a next video or coming video we will work with real-time analytics as well and data science as well. So we have all 5 or 4 main pillars covered in this Microsoft Fabric tutorial. This is very good feature, I would say. And there is another feature which is Copilot, but this is not this is for limited user. So once I get the access of Copilot, then I will make further videos on Copilot, how we can develop a dashboard using it. So that it's for the today. I hope you like this video, and do comment and give your feedback. Thank you very much for watching with me. Thank you.